Hey everybody, it's Sprinkly Pinky. So, I don't want to edit, so I'm just going to do this in one frame. But I'm going to talk about Season 4 premiere. I just saw it, I'm not even kidding. It just finished, 8 minutes ago. And I cried, I laughed, everything was perfect. So, let me go over what happened. So, the Summer Sun celebration's coming up, and Twilight is preparing. She has to do this whole flying thing. And Celestia and Luna go missing. And Twilight needs to figure out what happened. They all think Discord's behind it. So, they call Discord, and Discord's like, I didn't do anything. And then Zecora comes along with the special potion for Twilight and says, drink this and you'll be able to see what happened. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Equestrian history, I love it. It showed, I cried too. It showed when Princess Celestia and had to send Luna to the moon, and she was just crying when she had to use the elements against her sister. It was so sad, and I wanted to cry and all this stuff. And then she came back and she didn't know how to fix it because the Everfree Force was taking over. I forgot to mention that, BTW. But, so the Everfree Force was taking over, and then, so she went back to the time when they first defeated Discord, and, yeah, and then she found out that there is a Tree of Harmony. The Tree of Harmony was basically the place that the Elements of Harmony were, I guess, created. So, well, not, it's just kind of like, where they were held, I guess. And it kind of gave the tree power, but Celestia said the tree could withstand it if the magic continued with the elements, I guess. So then it starts taking over, and there's these crazy vines everywhere, and they all go in, and Twilight was with them and everybody, and then Applejack suggests that Twilight leave because Celestia and Luna disappeared, and Equestria couldn't deal without this if Celestia and Luna were really gone. And they didn't seem all that upset that Celestia and Luna were gone. Yeah, it's kind of silly, I guess, but I think they would have been more upset that the princesses that were ruling forever basically are gone. They're just like, oh yeah, if they don't come back, you're gonna have to do this. So yeah. But, so Twilight, they had Twilight go back to Ponyville, and that was, sad, and I'm like, no, why? And Discord convinced her to go back, and then they all saved Twilight, and then they found the Tree of Harmony, and they put the elements in it, and they were all hesitant about putting the elements in it, because it was the only thing that protected Equestria, and Applejack kept saying that the elements are the only thing keeping them together, but obviously not, because it's their friendship that keeps them together. And so then the tree sparked to life, and Discord was behind it, of course, a little bit. So there really was no villain per se with this. Nightmare Moon, they showed in the preview in July at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, I believe. It showed Nightmare Moon, but again, that was when Twilight kind of went back in time and saw when Celestia banished Luna to the moon. So, it was super sad. And, then, what else? But, yeah, then, but obviously it was just their friendship that was keeping them together. And there was no villain, like I said, and it was basically the Everfree Force. But Discord was kind of behind it, because when Twilight went back to go see, all the whole, figure out all the Tree of Harmony and everything, and, Discord was eating seeds or whatever, and he was throwing them around, and they were the seeds that sprouted all the vines everywhere and stuff. Yeah, not 6-second vines, real vines. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. But basically, I haven't really gone over the whole episode in my head. I just did, but I'm glad Discord was back. I like Discord. He's one of my top villains. Chrysalis is my favorite, but I kind of wish Chrysalis had been in this. I don't know where they would have put her in it, but it would have been cool. I really hope Chrysalis comes back this season. And they found they found a box and it had 6 keyholes, and like Celestia is like, oh, I don't know what it is, but you guys are gonna find it out together. So basically what I was thinking, like Twilight's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have all these royal duties, I can't spend time with my friends anymore. And that was kind of what this episode was about. Like, you know, Twilight had to stay in Canterlot while all her friends went back to help prepare for the party in Ponyville. So yeah, so it was kind of sad for Twilight having to leave her friends and everything, and yeah, so that was kind of what this episode revolved around, just kind of like the kind of story behind it was Twilight having to leave her friends and not be around them as much. And it was really sad, and I cried too. I cried and I laughed, and Pinkie Pie, of course, was the comic relief in this, and she was just like, you know, like Applejack's like, if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. And then Pinkie Pie comes up and she blows like a horn. She's like, yeah, so Pinkie Pie, if Pinkie Pie wasn't in this, I would probably die and cry and still be crying on the couch. So yeah, that's it, I guess. So, I mean, with that, but, yeah, Discord's back, and I kinda wish, I mean, I know they for time's sake, Celestia and Luna were just kind of locked in vines, and after the trees sprung back to life after putting the elements in it, Celestia and Luna just kind of sprung from the vines, and everything was fine and dandy. And I wish they had kind of had to do something else to get Celestia and Luna back. Just, yeah, but I liked the whole idea behind it too. Like, Celestia and Luna disappear, and but I'm so happy that Nightmare Moon wasn't back, because I'm like, really? You can't think of something better than having to bring Nightmare Moon back, and Nightmare Moon back? No, I can't deal with this. No, this isn't happening. But it wasn't. And then Luna was all good at the end, and she's just like, oh, I'm going to lower the moon so Celestia can raise the sun, and we saw it, and then Twilight did her whole, like, explosion thing, whatever, with dancing. It's kind of like a Twilight Sonic rain boom. Did I say dancing? I meant flying. And, like, it had her cutie mark. It was really cool. Like, her cutie mark, this is another thing. Her cutie mark ties into so many things from the past. You see her cutie mark in the Tree of Harmony, and you see her cutie mark a lot of places that, like, are from the past that before she existed, even. And this was kind of like Celestia was planning this forever, that Twilight was going to be the one. I mean, like, geez, like, it's kind of stalkerish too. Like, I said this with the last episode of season 3. By the way, I watched that today, and I watched Equestria Girls on TV, which I don't like, because, like, the 2 things I noticed that they edited out were Strange New World song and the great and powerful Trixie. Need some peanut butter crackers. They edited that out, and I'm so upset with that. But we're not here to talk about Equestria Girls. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I wish they had done something better with Celestia and Luna with that. But I'm excited to see what this key box is. I mean, obviously, like, kind of like the whole, I'm glad that they started something new. Obviously, they have to, because Twilight, that whole thing was leading up to Twilight becoming an alicorn. What's next? The key box, as I'm calling it. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the next episodes. I forgot what it's called, the 3rd episode, which will premiere next week, Saturday. That one is all about, like, they're gonna go to the castle of the Royal Pony Sisters, and they think it's haunted. And I don't know about this one. It's just, I like to see what they do with it. I think it's gonna be cheesy. I mean, we've seen kind of like a sneak peek in commercials. I'm guessing that's why Rainbow Dash and Applejack start hugging each other and are just like, oh yeah, we weren't hugging each other there. That kind of, you know, comical thing. And then I'm kind of excited for the 4th episode that comes out sometime in December, the 1st week of December. It's called Daring Don't, and the girls have to help an author to finish a book because she has writer's block. And so obviously it's going to be the authors of the Daring Do books. We'll see who the author of the Daring Do books are. And of course we get to see Twilight freak out a little bit, like, oh my gosh, it's an author. I love you. Or something. But, and yeah, but I'm kind of starting to get used to this Princess Twilight business. I'm still not completely for it yet. So let's see what Hasbro does with these 26 episodes we have of season 4. These 26 beautiful episodes. And we'll see how this goes down. Yep. So that is my kind of review. Sorry, it's not very good. I don't have time to edit. I have finals that I have to study for. Yeah. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. And, oh, tell me if you like my new OC in the comments. Okay. Thanks. Bye.